So why did Mr. Face-Off leave his piece off? Yep, John Travolta, there he is, was spotted, well, vacationing on the island nation of Hawaii without his wig. Anyway, why is this so shocking? Well, a Star Magazine report from August told of his love for his rugs. Said a source, quote, he has 102 hair pieces in different lengths, colors, and sizes in case he gains or loses weight. Room and house. He likes to visit and pet them once in a while. They're his little treasures. Bill, they're like your kids. Naturally, we must discuss this in the segment otherwise known as
Lightning Round. Lightning Round.
Major.
Wait a minute, my ear's bleeding.
Is it?
You know,
that could be Earwig Jones. Hey, I got to ask you, he has 102 hair pieces. That's 20 more than John Gibson. That's kind of impressive.
Yes, and 50 less than me.
Really? Oh, that's your own hair.
But I keep them in a freezer.
Yeah.
Not a refrigerator.
Attached to
Travolta's got to figure that out.
Yeah, but it's not. He has it attached to a head.
Because yours are the fine champagne of hair pieces,
exactly.
and you put that in the freezer.
Hey, Stephen, here's an important point.
No ice if they're in the freezer.
No ice?
No lice.
No lice. I think said no ice. What is he talking about? Well, there is ice in the freezer. Wait, let me go to Stephen real quick. This guy is incredibly wealthy, very powerful. Having 102 hair pieces, doesn't that tell you that actually hair transplants don't work, or he would have had one? Am I right?
I think it tells me that John Travolta just really likes to hide certain things about himself. That's what it tells me.
I have no idea what he
more than just the baldness.
Imogen, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't either. It sounds like Ricky Gervais. He's talking about stuff I had no idea about too. Look, fundamentally, Travolta looked better au naturel in that photo. Men need to learn, don't cover it up, it always looks bad. If you're going bald, just go with it. If you're going grey, go with it. Covering it up, always a disaster.
Bill, you know, the sad part about it is his wigs probably lead a better life than you do.
Yes, and I hate them. But now that he's finally gotten rid of the hairpiece, hopefully he will get rid of the beard. I speak, of course, with the fake facial hair he wears.
Yes, I know what you mean.
To evade paparazzi, Greg.
He's often out at restaurants with a beard.
It never looks good.
Yeah,
it looks
the beard is terrible.
Yes.
What he loves to do is like Alec Baldwin and Glengarry Glen Ross. See this hairpiece? This hairpiece costs more than you made last year.
That's what he does. Yeah, that's so true. And he's got 102 of them.
Yeah.
I admire that. It's like collecting ties. Like, what will I wear tonight? You know, will I wear the whatever?
Well, I remember there was a thing, I mean, I think we might have done it at the beginning, right? But there was a thing where they had, but he goes to extremes, because one day it was really long, and then they had one of him, and the next day it was like a buzz cut, and then the day after that was really, like, he wasn't even hiding it.
That's awesome. All right, it's time once again to check in on the unrest in Sheen. So now Charlie Sheen wants both his exes, Denise Richards and Brooke Mueller, and their children to move to the same gated community. Apparently, he plans to put up the money for both houses and moving expenses on top of the $60 grand a month he already pays in child support. Imogen, Charlie seems to have the right answer for every problem, doesn't he?
This is actually the most functional thing an extremely dysfunctional person's ever done. I get on very well with my half-siblings. It makes sense all half-siblings grow up together. No, to be fair, this is Modern Family, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
I think he's got the dictator buzz.
Yes, he does. He does.
Gated community, live inside. Benevolent dictator, maybe, but still a dictator. I think he's sort of getting in with the whole sweep of news across the world.
He basically is the food and money source for them, so why shouldn't they be like the tentacles of his family and just be right out there so he can just like...
And they could call him dear leader.
That's true.
Is this in Venezuela? Is it the same gated community as everybody else?
I have no idea.
I hope not.
And what's the next thing after a gated community? Compound.
There you go. Yeah, we knew that from Mel Gibson. Hey, Stephen, what should Brooke and Denise do?
Well, Charlie has seen wild things, and I think he's only hoping that Denise has some flashbacks, because it's not just going to be gated community, it's going to be gated bedroom, it's going to be gated everything after a while, and you really can't fault the guy, as you said at the beginning.
Yeah. Bill, you've lived under an overpass with your last two hobo boyfriends. Did this work out?
Hobo.
I was never happier until they both died in a tragic hobo accident.
Really? Oh my God, that's
I don't
awful.
want to get into specifics. Now, I'm starting to question Mr. Sheen's sanity here.
Okay.
The porn community, that was genius.
Yes.
The mansions for the porn, your ex-wives within stone's throw, and your kids. This guy's cuckoo, Greg. This guy is losing it. But that makes no sense.
It's going to be great when the porn family and the real family mix, and he's not going to remember who was who.
I don't think it's going to be great.
All right.
I never want my porn family to be
there
my
you
real
go.
family.
Super Bowl Sunday.
The best Super Bowl Sunday ever. Don't double dip. in the guac.
Oh,
Might not be guac, actually.
Although I worry he already has.
Yeah. The French onion dip? That's not French onion. All right,
Dip in the
last topic.
penicillin.
Yeah, an Egyptian man was so inspired by the role Facebook played in the recent protest there that he named his newborn daughter Facebook. Bill, wouldn't it have been simpler if he just named him Mark after Mark Zuckerberg?
Or even Zuckerberg. That can mend ways. Getting a nice little Jewish first name and an Egyptian last name. I feel like that would multiplies more than just a Facebook page. Would it
have been worse if you called him Twitter? What
Berg Zucker.
I like that.
Yeah.
Berg Zucker. That's
Yeah.
an interesting way of doing it. It's like Pig Latin. But
sounds like a bad alt-rock
band. Imogen, what do you make of this?
Well, what are our middle names? Friend request? It's ridiculous. Bad parenting already.
I'm surprised it's legal.
Steven, is this a regretful move, like a spring break tattoo, like when you were drunk, when you were in your 20s, and now you regret it, Steve? You know what I'm talking about.
Now you regret it, Steve. I don't think the kind of person that names their kid Facebook is given to a lot of introspection in the long run, and it's much better than Courtney Love's name for her next daughter, which is Dropbox.
Nice.
That's where she came from.
You know, I think this guy could be way ahead of the curve because you know what? You got to get names of kids. You have to generate new names over time. So why not over successful products? Why can't you name your kid Firestone?
Apple. That's what Gwyneth Paltrow is doing
Exactly.
after all.
See,
She
there
wants
you go.
sponsorship for her child.
In honor of you, throat lozenge.
Yeah, exactly. That would be nice.
Bieber as a first name?
Vix, Bieber. You know what? Charlie
Bieber
Sheen.
throat
You can
lozenge.
name your kid 2.5 Men. Why not?
Why not?
I don't know. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Crystal meth.
All right, I think we beat this topic to death. Stephen, thank you very much for being on the show. Always a pleasure having you and your goatee on. I love them both. We have to take a break. But you, the viewer, must stay right there. There's more crap, i.e. really good stuff, straight ahead. Don't cry, Imogen. Oh, the blue phone. It's been so long. I bet it's going to be great.
Such an awful ringtone.
It really does. Reminds you of the 80s or the 70s. It's time for messages for Greg. Kick back, relax, and feast your eyes on a cat playing fetch. Didn't know they could do that. As we bathe your ears with warm, soapy words.
Hey, Greg, I was just flipped over to CNN during your guys' commercial, and Bill Maher was on, and I just kind of noticed how much of a resemblance he has to the Assange guy. Has anybody ever actually seen Bill Maher and the Assange guy in the same place at the same time?
Hey, Greg, why don't you wear that scarf again like you did last year? I just made a mess.
Hey, Greg, it's Dave again. You got to have Monica Crowley and S.E. Cup on more often because the way Monica Crowley makes S.E. Cup laugh, it's like awesome.
Hello, Greg. I'm a New Zealander on vacation in Hawaii and enjoying your program. But unfortunately, in New Zealand, Red Eye hasn't screened for the past 18 months. Can you please find out why we can't have it in New Zealand? Because it is a very good program and all New Zealanders really should be able to watch Red Eye.
I think she's absolutely right.
Road trip.
I know. New Zealanders are awesome.
You get the stupid Lord of the Ring people over there, but you can't get good, solid programming like Red Eye?
We
What
can't.
the
We
heck?
are not allowed in every country outside of the United States. Do you know that?
She was watching that in Hawaii. What was it, like 4 in the afternoon?
Yeah, it's 8 p.m.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a weird time in Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's why they dig it.
Every time's
why
a
they
weird
dig-
time in Hawaii.
Don't get
Ain't
me
it the
started.
Oh,
truth?
man. Hooked up with Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Have some more magic water.
Anyway. Hey, keep calling me on my direct line. Have no idea what that meant. 212-462-5050. Still to come. We're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy.
Boom.
And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/Reddite. Look at me.
Must I?
Yeah. Don't forget to watch Andy on the Willis Report Tuesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern on Fox Business Network. A brand new Red Eye returns tomorrow. Time to go back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Just a quick correction. You said Red Eye is not available in foreign countries, except Hawaii, of course.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, Major, the federal government
Yeah.
spending authority and the NFL labor agreement both expire on March 4th. Is that the day the world ends?
Absolutely. It's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
No labor agreement with the NFL. Government shuts down. All of America splits open at the seams.
Wow.
God.
So
I don't really
go
care
shopping.
I don't really care much about the. That was very Bushian of you. I don't care that much about the federal government shutting down, but the NFL is going to work this out, right?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
You told me to give you a question, dude.
I was hoping it came with an answer.
I gave you my answer. Go
Okay,
shopping.
Fine.
And get on your.
you know
stop
what?
your Bushian jihad.
It's a perfect time to start focusing on the Bulls' overall chances in the playoffs.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hey, Imogen, what are you planning on naming the child you have with Bill?
Twitter. And you can find me on Twitter at @ILloydWebber.
you said
2 L's,
Twister.
2 B's.
Wow. That was
Wasn't Twister?
No, it wasn't Twister.
Oh, okay.
Although it might have been Twister. No, I'm not even going to go there. Twitter.
Yeah.
We already know what you were going to say.
Considering the undetermined gender of our child, I'm glad you gave it such a unisex name.
Shut up, Andy.
Androgynous.
We gotta go.
Greg, please make this end.
All right, bye, Andy. Imogen, always fun. Jay Phil Joel's your embarrassment. Major Garrett, great first time. Had a good time. I'm Greg Gutfeld, and I will see you next time. Enjoy my new time.